Hello, this is Diaspora Connect Tanzania. This is Wanda. I am recording this video because I was trying to do a live for um, single women retiring abroad. And I was doing an interview with our sister, our beautiful sister, who invited me on her show to do an interview. But yeah, I had technical problems, family, my computer, my phone, nothing wouldn't act right. And yes, I am in Africa, and the internet is a little bit sketchy, but at certain times it seems like it appears to be a little bit better than at other times. So I decided to record a video and answer some questions that you may have about Tanzania. First of all, my name is Wanda, and I'm a native of New Jersey. Left the USA back in July of 2020, moved to Tanzania, Africa, and I've been here 5 years this month. So 5 years living in Africa, Tanzania specifically, and it's been all as well. I've learned a lot, I've grown a lot, but I'm going to share some of my experiences with you. I'm going to share some information that may be beneficial or helpful for those who are single and are interested in leaving the West and want to, in the West, whether it's the US, UK, Jamaica, wherever, and you want to relocate to Tanzania. I can share a bit of information that will be helpful for you in your research and preparation to relocate to the motherland. A lot of people are moving to the continent of Africa to different countries, but I specifically am in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, and I am at home today. Wanted to do this video and share it with you all. So I have my phone here, and I have the questions, some of the questions that I am going to answer. That will be helpful. So let's see. Okay, so this says, what is, okay, about my journey. I'm going to talk about my journey, but I'm going to answer some visa questions. So now, the visa to come to Tanzania is, you can basically get a visa on arrival. So when you fly into the country and you come into immigration, you can get a visa on arrival. For U.S. passport holders, the visa on arrival is $100. Now, the way things are going immigration-wise, it could increase, but right now it's $100. And that's for a multi-entry visa, meaning in and out of the country, in and out, for 1 full year. So it's good for a whole year, in and out, in and out. So say, for instance, if you come to Tanzania and you want to travel the continent, you want to country hop on the continent, then you can go to different countries. You can go back to the U.S., wherever you want to go, and still come back in Tanzania, and you don't have to pay another fee for a visa because you have a multi-entry visa. So this $100 is good for the whole year. So that's one thing. And then when you do come in, you usually get 90 days with the U.S. passport. You get 90 days. So you have 90 days to be in the country before you have to leave. You do have to leave the country every 90 days unless you get another type of permit to stay long term, whether it is retirement, if you're retirement age, or if you receive any kind of income to prove that you are retired, no matter what age, actually. Retired, or if you are like wanting to create a business and you want to on your business get a work permit residency, or if you have kids maybe in school or college or something like that. So those are ways that different types of visas, but if you want to know more about visas, go to the immigration website, and they have the whole list of visas, volunteer visa, this, that, because you can actually volunteer at a company, Tanzanian, volunteer to work or partner with or work with a Tanzanian company, and they can possibly work things out for visas for you, permits for you to stay long term. So there are a variety of ways that you can get permits outside of just the visitor's visa, which is what you're going to come into the country under, a visitor's visa, which is good for 90 days. So that's about the visa. And let's see, the next question is relocation cost and challenges. Now, relocation costs could vary based on the type of lifestyle that you want to live. If it depends, I normally don't give people prices outside of, the a visa to get into the country and your ticket. So you know you got to get a ticket to come, and then you know you're paying that. But other than that, it's based on your lifestyle, on how you want to live. If you want to live like you live in the West, then you're expected to have more money. What I could say about the relocation cost is save as much as you can. That's the most I say. Save as much money as you can save, as well as, especially if you plan on or if you're interested in relocating. Save as much as you can, and also figure out streams of income, ways to generate income, either online or through businesses or real estate, or like you may have some real estate back in the West that you're getting, monthly amounts for. So just make sure that before you decide you want to relocate, and that's to any country coming from the West, make sure that you have streams of income. A way to make income, not only savings. Savings is normally good for if you're just visiting, or if you're visiting short term, or you're waiting for something to, be set up to for income or whatever. But you can't expect to do that in creating a company here and think you're going to automatically start generating income, because it's not like that here. It's totally different from the West. But I mean, streams of income outside of this country, other ways to get money online, online work, online teaching, some streams of income basically. So that's the advice I would give anyone if they want to relocate here to Tanzania. Have streams of income, save as much as you can, and of course your ticket and your visa, $100. So that's for that. And like I said, it's based on your lifestyle. You may live simple like me. I live pretty simple. I do have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, and I just live simple. It's an apartment. It's not some luxurious. It's comfortable basically for me. I'm kind of simple, and I just need the basic, things that we, a couch, a bed, table to eat off of, fridge, stove, like all that. Because when you come here, the unfurnished apartments, they don't have anything. They don't have a stove. They don't have a refrigerator. They don't have anything. So when it's unfurnished, it's literally a shell. You have to buy everything. But those type of apartments are the least expensive. And so if because the most expensive thing you're going to pay for here is your rent and possibly internet. Now, if you want a really good internet service and then you're working online and you're doing a lot of online streaming and YouTube and all that, then you need a pretty good internet package. And so those two, those are the highest bills that you will have, possibly your rent and internet. Internet can vary based on what you want to do with it. So I feel like I have a pretty, I feel like it's expensive. I pay like $50 a month for internet. That's a lot here. And for it to not be working at times when I need to, interview with other people and do stuff like that, it's just, sometimes I'm like, man, I'm paying a lot of money to deal with these technical issues. So it's just, I don't even know if it's the internet or if it's my devices. I have no idea. So it's so much hacking going on right now, family. Into Google and into this and into your phones and it's so many hackers have access to things at this point. So much stuff has been compromised. So it could be that as well. But anyway, those are the two most expensive bills you're going to have. Your rent, because your rent, you usually have to pay the 3 to 6 months rent. As a foreigner, when you come over to Tanzania and you want to get your own place, a rental, they're going to usually require 3 to 6 months, mainly 6 months. But you can get possibly 3 months. But so that is that for the costs. And let me see what else. Looking on my phone here. Challenges, monthly costs, food, rent, culture. Okay. So some of the challenges that you may experience is I see a lot in the language barrier, because here in Tanzania the primary language is Swahili. You have a good amount of people that speak English that live around the peninsula. So most of the diaspora, expats, repats, immigrants, whatever you want to call us, when we've come here and we relocate and even visit, a lot of us live around the peninsula, so it's around the water. Those are the international areas, the areas where the embassies are, where a lot of the international businesses are, local businesses is in those areas. And those areas are more international, where they speak a little more English. But as you move away from the peninsula and into the interior of the country, they speak less English. So that could be that could be a concern, and that's something to take into consideration when thinking about challenge. That could be a challenge for some people. Now there are ways to make it a little bit easier for you. There are a lot of us that come here and we don't know Swahili. When I came, I didn't know Swahili. I learned it as I'm living here. Some people take classes. Some people do online classes, Duolingo or whatever. If they know they want to relocate, they'll do that before they come. And just learn the basic greetings like hello, goodbye, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, stuff like that, basic stuff. But it's doable. You can just upload. I use Google Translate. So if I'm out somewhere and, I can't, I'm asking for something and I don't know how to say it in Swahili, I'll just put it in English in Google Translate and they'll translate it to Swahili. I can either say it to them or I could let them hear it. But the thing about Swahili is usually the way that the words are pronounced is the way they're sounded out, the way we sound our words out. Their words are sounded out the same way, and we can basically pronounce it. It's just words that we've never spoken before, but the sound of the alphabets, that when you pronounce the words, it's kind of like it's simple. It's similar to how we pronounce words in the U.S. actually, in English. In English. So it's workable, but that could be a challenge for some people. Some people, they're I don't know, that could be. But anyway, and also another challenge would be the fact that since you are from somewhere else, you're a foreigner, and you don't know the language, you could be possibly overcharged. So that could be a challenge because it could frustrate you. Every time you go somewhere, they overcharge it. And you will not know that you're being overcharged until somebody tells you. It's usually somebody from the West, one of us, and we're with you and we hear them, or you tell us, oh, I paid this, then we know what the going price usually is. I've been here long enough to have an idea. If it seems too high, I'll even ask a local, how much do you think this should cost or something. So it's ways to find out the true cost of things, because they are going to upcharge us on almost everything that we buy. And it's because of the value of our money. So for every $1, it's about 2,600 T shillings, but it's going down now. The value of the T shilling is kind of coming up. So I think it's like 2,500, 2,500 or something right now instead of 2,600. So it's going down a little bit, but it's still the U.S. dollar is still strong here. So you can still do a lot more, and the prices are reasonable. So you want to live on a budget if you can, if that's a possibility, because of the value of the T shilling in comparison to the U.S. dollar, you tend to spend more because you think, oh, this is not that expensive, and you start spending a lot more for some reason. So you have to put yourself on a budget. It's best to do that. I put myself on a budget, not a strict budget, but I basically live off of a budget because I have not worked a U.S. job since December of 2020. I came here in July in 2020, and I quit my U.S. job in December of 2020. So I have not worked a job in like 4.5 years. So, but what I've been doing is I did create a company here back in 2021 called Diaspora Connect LLC. It's a consultation business. And of course, I do consultations online. So basically, my target market or my clients are online in the West. But when they come, there are other services that I provide here, boots on the ground, because it is a local company and I have 2 partners. So when you want to do business, and you can do business and create a U.S. company, but I encourage you to partner with a local and work together, because this is their country. they speak the language we don't. They know the ins and outs, and they can be like your manager or representative in your company when it comes to doing business. So I always recommend you partner with a local in business. They have to have one more share than you. I don't want to get too deep into it. So basically, they'll have 51% of the shares, and you have 49. So, but you set your business up in your articles of incorporation. We call it a memorandum of understanding here. When you set your business up, you make sure that you put yourself as CEO. You control operations, so you'll be in control of the finances. You'll be in control of all the decisions, and they basically are like your managers. So they kind of manage your employees. If you hire employees, they'll be over them, managing them, communicating with them, because it's their country. They speak the language. If you need things done at the business office or tax office, they can be the person that can go handle that for you because they speak the language. And so it's going to be difficult for you to do some of those things because everybody does not speak English. So so anyway, so let me see what else. Monthly, okay. So the monthly cost: rents, food, transportation, utilities. Now, for me, my rent is $200 a month. I have a 2-bedroom apartment with 2 bathrooms, and it's $200 a month. Well, it's about $200 a month, because sometimes it's a little less based on the fluctuation of the currency. And so, and so my water bill is like, how much a month? My water bill may be 20,000 T-shillings a month, 20 or 30,000 a month. I say 20,000 a month, and that's about for maybe $10 a month, something like that. And then the electric is pay as you go. The electricity is pay as you go. So we have a meter like this, and so it's like you can put credits on here. So you can do it from your phone. So you just basically add credits to this, and your electricity is controlled by this. It's kind of weird. So when you put credits on here, your electricity stays on. If you let your credits on here get down to 0, then your electricity will go off. And then you have to add more money. You add money, it'll come back on. So it's not like if your electricity goes out, you call the electric company and they have to redo something to turn it back on. No, you can do it yourself through this meter. So it's a lot less. Electricity is a lot less here. And yes, we do have power outs, so sometimes the electricity does go out. So it's good that if you come to Tanzania, you find a place with a generator, or buy a generator for yourself. So if the electricity goes out, you'll be okay. I don't have a generator here in my place. I've never owned a generator, even in this is my second apartment. The first apartment that I had, I didn't have a generator, and I stayed there 2 years. So just whenever the electricity goes out, I just learn to manage it. I have, you want to have your lights, your flashlight, you have your phone, you can have some torches, you can have some solar lamps or something, but just make sure you have lights, so in case the electricity goes off at night, of course you'll have your phone and your devices, so that'll light your way until you get where you need to be. And if the power or electricity goes off at night, a lot of times we just go to bed early, and by the time we wake up, it's back on. If it goes out during the day, it's things, I've learned to manage. I used to run out. As soon as it went out, I used to run out to a cafe, but now I know how to manage. So I'll just do things that I should be doing when the power is on and I'm on the computer and not doing things around the house. It's like I use those power out days to basically clean up. So if the electricity goes out, then I'll start cleaning from top to bottom, mopping, cleaning bathrooms and dusting. Like I just start doing things that I should be doing, but I'm on the computer and I'm not doing what I'm should be doing besides being on the computer because the electricity is on. But so those are times I just take doing that at night. Like I say, if it goes off, I go to bed. It's just that simple. What else? So yeah, that's kind of how I've been managing. And let me see what other bills. So yeah, told you about the rent, 3 to 6 months, and usually 6 months worth of rent. You can find a house. It depends on, because for me, I'm not in the city area. I'm outside the city, in the outskirts of the city. I think it takes about 20, 25 minutes for me. Yeah, 20, 25 minutes for me to get to the city. And the further out of the city that you live, the less your rent will be. The closer to the city that you live, same thing in the West, the higher your rents and stuff will be because of the convenience of being in the city and everything is there. So, yeah, so a lot of the expats, repast diaspora, 16th region diaspora, we move outside. We're starting to move away from the city areas, outside of the concrete jungle. And it's not really a concrete jungle here, but outside of the cities, out into the outskirts or the suburbs. So a lot of us have moved out there. So yeah, but anyway, let me see. Oh, cultural differences. There are some cultural differences here. It's a modest country. So there are Christians and Muslims here. So us coming from the West, we're used to dressing, I would say, on the naked side compared to the people here because they dress very modest. You got the Muslim women that wear the hijab, and then you have the Christian women, and a lot of times they wrap their hair, but if they don't, they wear dresses a lot. Most of the women here wear dresses every day. So every now and then you see a few people with pants on. It's getting a little bit more common, especially with the younger people, but most of the women wear dresses. So, I mean, if this country is a place that you want to relocate to and you want to feel comfortable and you want to blend in, it's probably best that you work on your wardrobe. You don't want to you may not, I would say, you may not feel comfortable if you are the type of person that likes to, dress kind of like provocatively or like, I would say naked. That's the only word I can describe it, where you like showing like cleavage and you like to shorts and all. They don't wear shorts here at all as women. They don't wear shorts. They barely wear pants. And when they go to the beach, they don't even wear swimsuits. Yeah, you'll be the only one on the public beach. Now, if you go to like a resort somewhere, a private hotel resort, then yeah, that's okay because the people there a lot of them are foreigners. And if they are locals, they're middle to upper class and they live how we live. They wear swimsuits, they swim and all that. But see, in the population, they don't do nakedness here in Tanzania. They're very modest and they cover up. So that's something that if this country is one that you'll be interested in, just keep that in mind if you don't want everybody staring at you. Because if you walk around in shorts or cleavage showing or whatever, everybody's going to be staring at you and you may feel uncomfortable. Some women like that, but just got to know how to prepare yourself if you choose to dress a certain way. If you wear tight jeans, it's okay. Tank tops with the spaghetti strap tops, it's okay, but you'll probably still get stares. So if you want to be comfortable, I like to be comfortable. I don't like people staring at me. I don't want to be like a spectacle, especially as a foreigner in a different country. Even though us as Afro descendants, a lot of us consider Africa as our home, and our ancestors were stolen from here or whatever, but we're considered foreigners because of the passport and when we were born. So if you want to blend in, I would recommend that you look at how they act and dress and kind of try to not completely lose yourself, but just in public, conduct yourself in a kind of somewhat of a modest fashion, not loud talking, because here in Tanzania, their personality, they have a mild mannered personality. They remind me of introverted people because they're very soft spoken and very quiet. They don't raise their voice. You don't really hear people yelling. They party now. Don't get me wrong. Like they play loud music and they party, but they're not loud people. So you want to adjust as well if this is the country that you want to relocate to, and this is the one you feel like resonates with you. For me, it's fine with me. I've always been somewhat of a modest person. I grew up. I was a church going type. I was a Christian at the time, so this environment is. I'm no longer a Christian in my belief, my practice. Spiritual practice, I no longer call myself a Christian. I say I do still subscribe to the Bible, but yeah, this is a good environment for a Bible believer, a Christian, a Muslim, because those are the spiritual practices that they follow here. So Yeah, anything else you may feel a little uncomfortable. Um, yeah, because they're kind of like old fashioned when it comes to uh, your spiritual practice. Everybody always asks, "Are you a Christian? Are you a Christian?" Everybody always asks me that. Like they always want to know what your belief is, and they ask you that based on like your appearance. So if you dress modest and you come from the West, they automatically assume that you're a Christian. Or if you cover your head a lot, they might automatically think you're a Muslim. So yeah, that's kind of the cultural dynamics here. And of course, all through Africa, it's a patriarchal society. So the men run everything. It's a male dominated society. So as a single woman, as a woman from the West, you have to know that here anywhere on a continent, but in Tanzania, yes, that's how it operates. They don't disrespect you and all that, but everybody has their like role. They have a role that they play, and they don't compete with each other when it comes to their roles. The men do certain things and the women do certain things. Women can run businesses and all that, but they usually do the domestic stuff. The women cook, clean, wash clothes, all that. The men don't normally do that. They tend to the men, and so everybody has their role. It's not a power struggle or anything. Everybody knows their role and everybody's happy with it. So that's something that could be a cultural difference for us as women, because we're a little bit more independent, especially if you're single, you're used to doing business, taking care of kids, cleaning the house, working, used to doing everything. And that's okay, but the dynamic is a little bit different here. And you may not, as a woman, you may not get the respect in business that you would get in the West. Yeah, so because they may kind of look at you like, they might feel some kind of way that you're a woman telling them what to do, basically. So that could be a challenge for some females who want to do business and they don't have like a husband. If you have a husband, it will be a different dynamic. But if it's just you trying to do business here and move through those business circles and dealing with locals and men, and sometimes the men might have a issue, a challenge with you telling them what to do. So just have to make sure that if that's something that you desire to do business in Tanzania, you have to have a softness about you, even as a business owner, and you're working with men in a male dominated society. You have to make sure you keep the respect level there. You can't do them like you talk to like men in the West, because they don't tolerate that, and you don't want to have any problems or any issues with men or the country or anything like that, because you do know that they're going to stick together if something happens. So you don't want to put yourself in that situation. So just still, you get a chance here in Tanzania to bask in your femininity. So you can be a female here. You get as much help as you want. So even if you are a single woman and you have kids or whatever, and you come here, you're going to get all the help you need. The men here, they help you with everything. If you go to the grocery stores, they see you struggling, they're going to push your cart. If they see you with the kids and you struggling, they're going to help you with your children. It's just an automatic, natural thing they do. Help you to take your bags to the car, take them out for you, take them to your door. Like, they are very helpful. You don't have to ask them. They will insist to help you if you're by yourself as a woman. So that's something that I do like. The men here are very helpful. Even your groundsmen, where you live, you can have an apartment, or you can have a house, a rental, or whatever. And most of these apartments and homes, they have a groundsman that tends to the yard. It's like a groundsman who is like security. They secure the property as well as tend to the yard, as well as help the people who live in the house with different end things that they need around the house. If they have something broken, they can call someone to fix it, or they might fix it. So they're kind of like handymen. They do it all. They security. They like the rental agent, handyman. Like, they do everything. So it's good here. It's very helpful for those who we come here and we don't know language and we don't know a lot of stuff. They can help you if you're feeling ill or sick. They can tell you what natural remedies to take, because they don't always have money to buy medicine. They're not big on medicine. They are big on natural remedies, so they can even help you with that. If you tell them, oh, I have my I have a stomach ache, tummy ache, a headache, I have a fever, whatever, and they will tell you different natural remedies that you can take. Of course, if you get malaria, you got to get the medicine from the pharmacy. That's something that natural stuff can't cure right now. You just have to take that 3-day dose of malaria pills that you can get from any pharmacy on the street. But the goal is preventative. So it's certain things that you can do to prevent getting malaria, prevent the mosquitoes from being attracted to you and biting you. You do have to work on having a bitter diet here, not because we eat a lot of sweet sugars, cakes, candies, all that in the West, and that attracts mosquitoes because they smell your sweet blood. Your blood is sweet, so you have to work on making your blood a little bit more bitter because they don't like bitter. So maybe bitter herbs, parsley, certain cilantro, certain things you can eat to make your blood a little bit more bitter. Neem is good. If we have neem trees here in Africa, so you can pull one off the tree and have neem tea at least like once a month or something like that, just to cleanse your blood and get the sugar out, cut back on the sugar and sweets, which will be helpful for you when it comes to mosquitoes. There are mosquito nets and things you can do. So, but yeah, that's something that people need to take into consideration. But it's not horrible. I've been here 5 years and I've had malaria 4 times, family, 4 times. I did not get it this 5th year, going on this 5th year. Yeah, I didn't get it for almost a whole year because I started drinking neem tea as a preventative. So I think it's helping because you can't drink it all the time, but you can drink it as a preventative, maybe like once a month. But if you are feeling ill, if your throat is scratchy or you feeling unwell, then you can drink it. But it's just not something you drink every day. So, but yeah, I think that's it. That I wanted to share with you about living in Tanzania, doing business in Tanzania. And I usually do as a consultations. I do consultations which I consult people if they want to relocate as well as if they want to create a company or business, which is what I do, is what I have done. I relocated and then I created a company and I partner with locals. So those are the things that I consult people on, things that I actually have done. So Tanzania is a very beautiful country. It's like tropical, especially Dar es Salaam. Tanzania is a big country. So there are different regions for what you desire. So if you're the type of person you like cooler climate, you like mountains, you have Arusha and Kilimanjaro, the mountain. So people climb the mountain. It's cooler there. Like they have to wear coats, jackets, so you get snow on the top of the mountain. So that's a cooler climate. Dar es Salaam, where I am, is the hottest city or area in Tanzania. I would say the hottest out of all of them. Region. Call it a region. Dar es Salaam is like the hottest region in Tanzania, and that's the region I'm in. And I like it. I like the heat. Like I can dress like this all year round. There's no winter, but they have a rainy season. The rainy season is wetter and it's a little cooler. So in the dry season, it can be like 86 to 90 degrees or feel like 90 with the sun, but 80s, 90s, it normally doesn't go any higher than that. Like it doesn't get in the hundreds or anything, but like 80s, it feel like 90s because the sun is dry, sun is hot. But in the rainy season, it can get down to like 70, maybe 69, 68, 70. You might need like a night little jacket, and this is in the evenings. And then it rains, so the rain will cool it down a little bit. So rainy season is actually my favorite season. I don't like the fact that it's like wet and a little muddy, but I like the coolness in the air. So it just cools everything down. But the dry season, it's beautiful though. And also there are a lot of beaches here around the peninsula where we live. So you can go to the beach as much as you want. There are beaches everywhere. And that's the beauty of Dar es Salaam is what I like about it because I'm very tropical. I like hot. I like the heat. And even in the dry season when it's hot, I go to the beach a lot, maybe once a week, sometimes twice a week because it's just so close to me. And a lot of us, we live close to the beach, so we can go as often as we like. So they have really nice restaurants. You get fresh fish, meals, and fresh tropical drinks, alcoholic or non-alcoholic drinks. Like they have a lot of ways that you can just relax and decompress at the beach. So those are some of the ways that I healed from, leaving the West and coming here. That's the time that I can reflect and I heal. You're at the beach, that's earth, wind, and fire. You got everything, all the elements out there. Walking in the sand, the water's there, the sun is there, so, it's a good place to go to relax and heal, and even do meetups, and sometimes if it's dry season, I invite people to the beach sometime to chat with them. We have like a little cocktail or a little, non-alcoholic drink, and we, just chat and get to know each other. So, Tanzania is a beautiful country, and one more thing that is important. Some people want to buy land, so a lot of times they want to relocate to Africa and they want to purchase land. Now in Tanzania, foreigners cannot outright own land, but if you have a company or a business, under your company or your business, you can lease land for like 99 years. So that is an option, but it has to be for investment purposes, and meaning you created a company or a business, but you can also live on the land. So, you can maybe purchase land and build a business office, and then on that same land you can actually build a house to live in. So you have your business office or business little store, and then you have your house. Or if you build a house and you want to do business out of your house, if you do certain things, you can do that too. It's for investment purposes. So what else? So yeah, that's kind of what my life has been, going on 5 years this year, and all is well. I love this country. I'm very grateful that I've been here. I learned a lot about the culture, about the people. I love the people, their temperament. It's very peaceful. Tanzania is a beautiful country, and you would love it if you came to visit. A popular tourist destination is Zanzibar in Tanzania. It's Zanzibar Island. So it put you in the mind of like Hawaii or Bahamas, part of the country, but it's like on an island by itself. And Zanzibar is very beautiful. The water is amazing, and they have a lot of like nice restaurants and resorts, and you'll have a really nice time. It's a ferry ride away. So I'm on the mainland, but it's a ferry ride. I can't remember, it's an hour and 45-minute ride, something like that. I keep forgetting the time, but it's a ferry ride off the mainland onto the island, and it's like an hour and something, maybe hour 15 minutes or hour 45 minutes, one of them. But so if you are interested, if you have any other questions, you can email me. It's diasporaconnect0@gmail.com, diasporaconnect0@gmail.com. And so, but anyway, thank you for having me, sister, on your channel. Thank you for considering reaching out to me, and thank you that you were interested in my story and my journey. And I'm very interested in my target market really was when I first started was like single women and women with children, because I had came all the way over here from the West America by myself I think I was 49. At 50. I came over here by myself at the age of 50, and I'm 56 now. And so, 56. And so, I came over here, and I did everything by myself. I didn't know the language. I didn't know the shilling, the money, but I learned it, and I've learned a lot since being here, and things are working out well for me. And so, I love this country. But anyway, I'm grateful to have been here, and I'm grateful to assist anybody. And thank you, sis, for having me on the show. Solo single women retiring abroad. So I will be retirement age soon, so at least I will be able to benefit from that. I guess I'm considered early retirement age, so not full retirement yet. So it's coming. I'm not rushing it though. But anyway, thank you so much for the opportunity to share my journey and share my story. So I'm going to say, I guess that's it for now. Thank you so much for the opportunity to invite me onto your show. And to your viewers, hello, thank you. You are welcome to everyone. And so I want to say have a good day, afternoon, and greetings and grand rising. And so I'll say goodbye. I usually say shalom. I say peace, and see you guys maybe
you can come to my channel and check me out. It's Diaspora Connect Tanzania. So thank you so much. Have a good one.